Yes, welcome to Draw Cartoons. Happy 4th of July. We're going to be doing a flag today. Make sure you watch the whole video because, like always, I've got some great tips for you that are genuinely just really useful to know, sprinkled throughout the video. So if you skip, you're going to miss out on some stuff you'll really wish you knew later. Hit the subscribe button as it really helps this channel. Smack that like button to help me conquer the YouTube algorithm, and hit the bell so you never miss a tutorial. With that, let's get started. Now, as you can see, we're going for a pretty interesting shape with this one. We're actually going to be showing a flag that's billowing through the wind in this sort of like S shape. But before we get there, we don't really want to run before we can walk. So I'm going to show you something real quick in how to do these stars a very fast way. Now, there's a whole 50 of them, and you're probably thinking, oh no, how am I going to count 50 stars? I actually have a really fast way to do that. So what I'm going to show you how to draw the flag normally, not in a funny shape like that, not in like a wind blowing kind of shape. Okay, and then we're going to take what we learn here and we're going to put it onto this kind of S shape later. So I'm actually going to hide that preview for now and just walk you through the really basic way of drawing a normal American flag. We want to start with a rectangle like this one. It doesn't really matter exactly the shape, just so long as it's wider than it is high. And we want to cut this in half, like that. Okay, just slice it right in half. And then try and picture where the middle is going down this way. And you end up with this kind of window shape, okay? Now we are just working with a pencil for now. None of these lines are particularly final. They're just going to be guidelines at this point. So we need to cut up the blue bit away from the red bit. So the blue bit doesn't go halfway across the flag. That's actually incorrect. You want to end it about here, right? Just shy of halfway across. So draw a little notch here, and then continue that down to that midpoint there. So just for the sake of clarity, we actually don't need this line in the middle anymore. We do need this one. Keep that one where it is. We don't need that one in the middle anymore. That one was purely to help us to see where this line should go, but this one's definitely a keeper. We definitely want that one. So let's start with the stripes. I think the easiest way of doing this is actually cutting this bit in half again, just like that, and then each of these halves that we just made, we need to cut them into 3. So 2 lines across, that makes 3. Pardon it being a bit uneven, I'm just showing you quickly how to get the right amount of stripes in place. Okay, so what we end up with is 6 stripes. Okay, there's 6 here, and there's 7 that need to go here. Okay, because obviously there's 13 stripes. So what we need to do now, again, I'm going to cut it in half because it's always helpful to cut things in half. But that's actually not going to be one of the lines for the stripes. That's actually going to be the middle of one of the stripes. So really close to that line, I'd like to draw 2 more lines, just kind of sitting around that one. And that is the very middle, because 7 with it being an odd number, we need a middle stripe going on here. And then we can just do what we did before. We can cut the remaining parts into 3, just like this. If you don't have a ruler or an object with a straight edge, just wing it. Just do as best as you can to just kind of draw a line like that. But I do recommend you use the edge of a ruler or just anything flat. So that's the stripes taken care of, and yes, they are a bit uneven. But if you're using a ruler, if you're going for the final image, then you can definitely get it a bit more even. Like I said before, I'm just getting this as fast as I can, just to show you the basics. So how do we do these? How do we do the stars? I'm going to zoom in on this. Okay, I'm going to bring this to the middle for you. I'm going to show you a great way how to do this. So again, I'm going to cut this into half lengthways and half heightways. Okay, and again, these are just guidelines. We're not going to keep these lines. They're just to help us understand where. I actually got rid of one. I shouldn't have done that. Where everything should be. So then, along this middle one, we want to draw 3 X's here and 3 X's here. Okay, now I want you to do that again, but along the top. So you don't even have to count the star. I'm just doing X's because they're faster than drawing stars, but you don't even have to count any stars here. There's no counting involved. We're just basically following a pattern. And then in between, this kind of space here, there's space here, and there's a space here. I want you to do it again, but as close to the middle of those rows of X's that we've already drawn, or stars if you're drawing stars at this point. You can draw stars when you finish, you don't have to draw stars at this point. And now, you're probably thinking, that's not nearly enough stars. Well, you're right, we are missing quite a few stars here. So we're going to add them in between, like a kind of like patchwork pattern. Okay, so everywhere where there's like X's pointing towards each other with their legs, I guess you could call it, we're going to create this kind of crisscross pattern by just drawing rows of 5 X's from left to right in those spaces in between. And when you draw this one, boom, we have 50 X's exactly, or stars if you're drawing stars. And I can prove it, So you've got a row of 6 here, you have a row of 6 here, you have a row of 6 here. We have 5 rows of 6's, right? 5 times 6 is 30. Bit of maths for you there as well while you learn to draw. How about that? And we've got 5. We've got a row of 5 there, row of 5 there, row of 5 there, and a row of 5 there. So that's 4 rows of 5. That's 20. So 20 plus 30. There you go. Boom, 50. You didn't even have to count a single star. So let me zoom back out here for you and get things back in position within the boundaries I work within. There we go, that should do it. So we have this really rudimentary kind of basic flag, but we're not happy with that. We want to go for that really cool shape that we had a minute ago. That one. Okay, so I'm going to actually start etching out this shape now that we know how these stripes should be proportioned. Okay, so let's start. You can start if you want by drawing the flagpole. I'm going to draw mine at a nice diagonal angle like this. Just kind of sketch it in with some really kind of basic lines. Just kind of build up the shape. Okay, that's the nice thing about working with a pencil. You can do lots of little messy sketches and kind of build it up. And then we're going to start with the bottom one, which might be not what you expected, but it's easier to draw this way. We're going to sweep it out, give it a bit of a curve, and then we're going to act like we're drawing an S, like a backwards S here, before we scoop it right out to the side, like that. Then we bring this up, and because this is a cartoon, we focus on cartoons over here on this channel, so we can make it look a little bit goofy, a little bit curvy, because that is what cartoons are, really. They're silly representations of things that exist, or they're completely made up. So we can bring a line up here where it folds, because it's blowing in the wind, and then curve it over to the top of this flagpole. I'm not going to have it quite touch the top. I like a little bit of space there, because I think it makes it look a bit more interesting. Okay, so we still need to draw that kind of midpoint. Now when I said it was a midpoint, you remember before when I drew a line across the middle like this, or well, it was more on a more flat rectangle. It's actually not technically the middle, it's a little bit below the middle. So to help yourself, if you can identify the middle of your flag, which I'm going to do that now just to show you, don't draw this, but just to show you. Okay, that's the middle of my flag. We actually don't really want a line there, otherwise our top 7 stripes again end up a bit squished like they did in my example, and the 6 down here are going to look a little bit stretched out. So you don't want that line there to be kept, you actually want to draw a line just underneath this. So the blue of the American flag goes just past the halfway point down the flag. Okay, it's just past. That's that's the halfway point there. But the blue of the flag actually goes a little bit lower. So do your best to get that to there. You do want to draw this line. Draw this. Definitely draw this line. This is the bottom of the blue part of the flag. And we're just going to end a little bit of it here because it doesn't quite go halfway across the flag. It's like just over a third of the way across. So I'm going to end it about there. And now we need to obviously draw a midpoint. Oh, I've forgotten something. Can you see what I've forgotten? I've forgotten here. I've forgotten this. We could have gone all the way without drawing that there. All you need to do is just close that in underneath the flag and you're done. So we need to draw another midpoint for this. So identify the middle because it's way easier to know where the middle is. Okay, but you don't really want that to be there. You want to draw a line that is slightly below the middle. Okay, so you want to draw this more like here. Alright. And the reason why you're drawing that below the midpoint is that there's 7 stripes that need to fit in here, and there are 6 stripes that need to fit in here. So this naturally needs to be basically 1 stripe bigger Okay, so use your eye to identify a line just below what would be the midpoint of this shape here. That's really good practice for your eyes, and it becomes easier with time. If you're having trouble with that now, don't worry, that definitely becomes easier with time. As many things do. Trust me on that. That's good practice for now. So we may as well get started with our stripes. We're going to cut this in half. This actually is going to be cut in half now. And this one as well, so we can keep these lines. These can actually stay. And then we're going to cut these segments that we just made further into 3. Like that. Okay, just by drawing 2 more lines, you end up with 3 stripes. And again, we need to do 2 more lines in this bottom segment that we created down here. Okay, just like that. And you end up with 6 stripes. Boom. So now we need to do 7. And how are we going to do 7? Well, I think it's still useful, like we did before, to cut it in half. This is a line that you're not keeping. That is actually going to be the middle of the middle stripe. So you draw that, and then you draw a couple more lines around it, like that. And if it's helpful, you can get your eraser and just kind of like get rid of that little spot there. We don't really need that. That's just to help us know where the middle is. A lot of drawing comes down to imagining midpoints and kind of building up shapes. So that's why we draw things and then immediately erase them. It's just kind of to act as a guide. So all I've done there is I've drawn a couple more lines in there to draw 3 stripes here and 3 stripes here. And we have 1 in the middle there. That's the only real difference from that end. So, can you remember how we did this before? I'll show you again. But this time it's going to be a bit of a curve as we go around. But we end up making a window shape first, right? We've got a line right down the middle, a line right across the middle, and then we're going to draw little stars. Okay, 3 here within this one, and 3 within this one, all sitting along that middle line. Okay, and then 3 at the top on this side. Again, I'm just sketching these, so they're not going to be like perfect stars, but feel free to take your time and perfectly craft your stars if you want to, but obviously for the sake of demonstrating, I'm just making quick squiggly stars for you. So more of the same, just 3 and 3, that's the only counting you have to do, and then in that space that we created, you do 3 more. This is going to look very busy when we're done, by the way. But that's okay, because that's what the actual flag looks like. It's a pretty busy flag, honestly. It's not like the Japanese flag, which is, you know, it's a white rectangle with a red spot in it. Or the English flag, which is a white rectangle with a red cross in it. It's about as basic as it gets, really. And then, in the spaces in between these, we've got to draw some more. Okay, so 1 here. 1 here. And because we have this kind of method to it, this kind of pattern that you just follow, you can draw it on a curve pretty easily because we put our guidelines down, we have an established pattern for how to draw it without even having to count. And that is about as easy as it gets. Things might get a bit cluttered in places, but don't really worry. That's part of the challenge of drawing things on a curve, which is why I decided to do this tutorial for the flag kind of blowing in the wind. I thought it would be more interesting and definitely more difficult and challenging, but I know you guys like a challenge, so that's why I decided to do it this way. And there we go. We have a flag just kind of blowing in the wind like this. Done. If you want, you can draw some fireworks behind it, kind of blowing up in the air. Maybe even make your own firework noises while they're doing that. I can't really do a firework noise, so I'm not going to. But there we go. I'm going to go finish this off and get it all inked and coloured and pretty. You should do the same. And I'll see you in just a moment. Is that some of our best work yet? Maybe, maybe. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Leave me a comment letting me know what you'd like me to draw next time. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you didn't already to get some more great tutorials just like this one. Until next time.